If you're going to Nepal and you want to get your visa ahead of time, it's pretty easy to do. Now, a word of warning. When I went to Nepal, I could not get the system to work. It just kept timing out and I couldn't get my final visa confirmation at the end. However, my friend did it and their visa was fine. Everything went through. And so when they arrived in Kathmandu with me, we just paid for our visas locally. So with this system, you won't actually pay for your visa ahead of time. You do need to bring the cash with you. So for example, I did the 15-day tourist visa on arrival, and that was 30 US dollars. So just make sure you pay attention to the cost of the visa and you bring enough cash with you. So to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to start here. You're just going to select the language you want to use, your entry point. Now, Kathmandu is actually listed as TIA rather than Kathmandu. It's got the official name of the airport, so just bear that one in mind. If you're not sure where you're flying into or doing any land crossings, just check with your tour operator or your airline tickets so you can get the correct information. So from there, you then select your nationality, what kind of visa you need. You're probably going to need a tourist visa, but just double check. Then you're going to put in your passport number, and from there, enter in your date of birth, and then click proceed. Next, you're just going to enter in your personal info, fill it out thoroughly and honestly. You're going to see here they want a photo of yourself. Just use, a photo of yourself up against a white wall or white door. Make sure there are no shadows behind you. Just a nice lit photo, clear picture of your face. And they want a copy of your passport. If you need to take a photo of it, I've used my phone a number of times, so don't worry if you don't have access to a scanner. Just make sure it's clear and legible. Then you're going to want to enter in your passport's validity. You're going to upload that picture. If you do have a passport of another country, you do need to declare it. So once you've done all of this, go ahead and click proceed. On this page, they want to know what visa you need. So there are different ones that you can choose from. They've got 15 days, 30 days, 90 days. I originally picked the 15 days when I tried to do the application online, and that's what I got on arrival when I went. But my friend did the 15 days ahead of time on the visa application, and it was just fine. Purpose of the visa, they have different options. Tourism, I would say, would be probably the most popular option for you, but of course, select the reason that applies to you. For your address in Nepal, I would just pick your first hotel that you're staying at. If you don't have the address, you could Google it. Or if you've already booked this hotel, there should be the details included on your hotel's confirmation. They also are saying you need a contact number. It's optional, but it doesn't hurt to include it. And these bottom three options, click whichever one applies to you. If none of them apply to you, then go ahead and click proceed. On this page, you just need to go through everything, make sure everything is in order, take note of what your visa costs, make sure that the days you've selected is how many you need. You don't want to select too few and then you end up having some issues. So just make sure that you've got enough days for your visa's validity, you bring enough cash with you, that's going to be in US dollars. Also, make sure your personal details are correct and that your passport details are also correct. Once you're good to go, go ahead and click confirm. This is basically it. This is kind of your visa. So what you need to do is you do need to download the visa slip. You will pay for this locally, so make sure you bring your US dollar cash with you so that you can pay. You do need to bring a hard copy or a soft copy to show proof. I personally always bring a hard copy with me. You just never know. I also don't like having to hand my phone over to people. I don't want them to go through my phone. It's kind of a security thing for me, especially as a woman who travels mostly solo. It's just an added bit of security. And also, the handling of germs and everything. If you imagine the immigration officers are having to handle everybody's phones, that's a lot of germs. So I always bring a hard copy, and that's basically it. It's that easy.